What's up guys, it's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Awaken Chaos Era. We're going to take a little bit of a basic look at the game today so you guys can kind of see if it's something you might want to try out. I went ahead and took the dive into the game. It's something a lot of raid players have been going over to in the last couple of weeks. And I just wanted to see if it was something I would enjoy. Really liking the game so far. Actually, we're starting out. I just logged into my account, and the one gripe I do have is this game unfortunately does have pop-ups just like Raid Shadow Legends. So when you do first log in, you do get a couple of these kind of annoying pack pop-ups, and they do then pop up again as you're going through the game. So that's a little annoying coming from Raid and just getting bombarded with that stuff all the time, but it doesn't happen in this game nearly as often as Raid Shadow Legends. So here we are, we're on my main account here. I only have one account on this game. I'm not going to get that deep into it. We're not going to do alt accounts. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We're not going to do free to play. I actually have spent about $20. Did buy the battle pass because it seems like a pretty good deal. And then there's a purchase you can make on the first time you're in the game to get one of the better DPS characters in the game. So I went ahead and did that. I like the game enough. I figured I'd throw the developer just a little bit there to help them out. But we're kind of just here into our basic area of the game. There is a lot to do in this game. That's one of the things I actually kind of like about it is from day one, like at the very beginning, like you have a lot of different content you can play through. You can kind of do it at your own pace. The game is incredibly generous, at least early on, in what it does give you in terms of the materials and things that you have to use to build up your heroes. Now, the number one thing people are obviously going to hit on right away is going to be the graphics. I hear that from people all the time. It's like, it doesn't have Raid's graphics. And look, I get that, but at the same time, if the game has enjoyable gameplay and you're enjoying it, you can kind of get over the graphics a little bit. And that's kind of what I'm going with here. I like the graphics in Rage of Destiny a little bit better than the ones that are here. But they're still not bad. They're not like super cartoony or super like anime-ish. Which isn't that bad, because I do play Bleach Immortal Soul on the side, so I'm kind of used to those anime-style graphics. But when you first come in, you're going to have your login area here. This is your main place that you've got. You got your profile image up on top. We're not going to go into like how to play the game or anything. I'm just going to go through and kind of show you some of the basic features that you do have. You do have a support hero here that you can set that you can let your friends use, which is pretty cool. So like if you're going through content in the campaign or somewhere in the dungeons and you're having trouble beating something, you can actually borrow one of your friend's characters. I can kind of show you what that looks like here. Let's just go into one of the dungeons. Let's see, we haven't done this stage yet, but you can kind of see down here it's got this little area for the support heroes. You open up a slot on your selection here, and then you can pick any of these heroes that your friends have put up to share as their support hero. So it's pretty cool. You can often use these fully developed legendary characters, and that way it can help you get through some of the content. That's a really cool feature that they do have in this game. They had that in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which was also kind of cool when I played that, the ability to borrow one of your friend's heroes to help you get through some content. So that is kind of cool. And this is like just the dungeons area. We'll go take a look at that here in a second. But like I said, when you first come in, you're going to have a couple of things. There is a rookie event that's going on. Mine ends in 2 days. I believe you have about 10 days to complete this when you first start up, and this will give you an epic hero, Mila, who's pretty cool. I haven't really done much with her yet. I did just unlock her the other day, but you can see there we haven't gotten everything done. But even with that, we were at 67 points. We're well clear enough, and you can see here you just go through and do whatever it tells you to do. We got one we can claim here. It's going to give us some gold. You get various rewards for going through and doing these. You get these summoning crystals. You get some diamonds. You get the pumpkins. Pumpkins are basically chickens in this game, just like from Raid. They're pretty plentiful early on, quite honestly. You can see here you get quite a couple of those just from going through and doing. You can get the 3 stars there, and you get the summoning crystals, you know, all the cool stuff here. This is jelly, which you use. It's like XP. That's what you use to level up your characters. So if you're coming on, you want to make sure you do that. Here we do have the battle pass, which again I did go ahead and pick up. It was only $9.99, and when you do reach level 30, you do get a legendary hero if you do have the battle pass. This is Avera. She's pretty cool, pretty good damage dealer, and she's got a really cool ultimate where she basically drives by in a giant pirate ship and shoots all these cannons. So the animations in the game are pretty cool. There's some really neat cutscenes that can either be really cool or really annoying depending on whether or not you enjoy that kind of thing. But this is just kind of a look at the battle pass. And you can see, even if you don't do the $9.99 on the bottom, you still get the free battle pass up top. So you still get plenty of stuff up here. XP, you get some pumpkins, summoning crystals, all kinds of good stuff there. So if you do want to go ahead and get that free legendary champion, you do have to do the elite pass for $9.99. So I guess I shouldn't say it's free, but you will at least get her as long as you make it to level 30 there. So that's pretty cool. I think this is the second battle pass. Since the game has gone live, you also do have these challenge quests you can do beneath that. And when you do these, it will award you points that help you fill out your battle pass there. So you can see here, promote 2 heroes to 6 stars. When we get that done, we'll get a 4-star pumpkin. You get some more points. So the magic pass is worth working on either way. Now you see here, we've got this quest tab here. This is another cool thing I really do like about this game. As someone who really likes achievements and the ability to make progression, this is something I talked about in Marvel Future Revolutions. Just having this type of thing in the game is really neat. We'll just go over a couple of these. See, we got one just for making friends in the game. We'll get some XP jelly. You can see there's all kinds of stuff here. Reach level 30, log in for 20 days, and they award you all kinds of different items. Now, if you go into battle, you actually do have all kinds of stuff here. 20 armored incursions. That's basically the clan boss fight, so we do get a gear charm for getting that done. You could defeat level 7s of the dungeons. You get more items and rewards. You do have all these here as well, so you can defeat 800 bosses, defeat 14,000 enemies. So you can see we've been doing a lot of content in the game. We're already at 15,000 enemies, so every time you complete one of those, you're going to get some gold, which is some basic currency in the game. But you've got all kinds of things here: collecting heroes, developing your heroes, enhancing your gear, and you can see kind of all the rewards they do provide you for that. So it's kind of cool. You get rewarded basically just for playing the game, just doing stuff there. There are events as well, kind of similar to Raid. We got an arena event right here that we just got some event points. I'll show you what those are. That's the cool thing about this game. The shop is really awesome in this game. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. So if we get to 1200, oh, we actually did get to 1200. Okay, cool. So we got the 3 4-star pumpkins. That's the equivalent of 3 4-star chickens, basically. And I don't even play the arena in this game that much. So you can see I was able to complete the full event just doing a couple matches each day. I haven't really dove into arena too much full blast here. But let's go ahead and just take a look here. We'll go right into the hero tab here. We can talk about the heroes. You guys can kind of see what they look like. And this is kind of your main page where you're going to work on your heroes, build them up. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Now, you'll notice each hero has a little symbol. There are elements in this game. You've got fire, water. The green is wood. There's dark, and there's also light here. Okay, I do have a light hero here. So the way that works is basically water is strong against fire, fire is strong against wood, and wood is strong against water. Light and dark are actually strong against each other, but then neutral against everything else. And I believe it's just like a damage bonus that you get, or a damage reduction if you're strong or you're weak. So that's something to keep in mind if you are going into like the arena or a dungeon stage where you're trying to progress. So a lot of cool stuff here. Hopefully I won't forget too much, but we'll start with this little guy here. So this is a foodie, and he's actually just called Material. This is kind of a cool thing. They give you these guys as characters. He drops from some stuff you do in the game. You could buy him in the shop sometimes as well. And he is basically just there to be food. He's there designed to be a food champion, kind of like in Raid where you feed champions into each other. And you'll notice you have the promote button down there. He's at level 40, so we're able to promote him to a 5-star, which you can actually see up top here. I've already got 1 5-star foodie. Let me see if I have any lower level ones we could maybe level up. Here we go. So we got a couple of foodies down here at the bottom. So basically, you have this XP jelly that you accumulate as you play the game. I'm going to go here to upgrade, and we're just going to go ahead and upgrade his levels. You can see there we did get a daily quest complete while we're doing that. So we hit the level 20. Now we're going to promote him. We can go in here. And normally I wouldn't use the other foodies. I kind of keep them to use basically to level up as chickens. So we're going to throw in a couple of our blues here that we did pull. It's pretty easy to get heroes in this game, so we're not going to worry too much about feeding these rares off. But you can see there that we put foodie up to a 3-star. So now we can feed him into a 30 to make a 4-star. Works pretty similar to how Raid is. But the cool thing with foodie is you actually get a reduced cost of your XP jelly when you level him up. I think it's like 50%. So it's more efficient to actually use him as your main food champion and keep leveling him up and feeding other champions into him so that you can eventually use him to make your 6-star heroes. So that's kind of a really cool thing. It's a nice quality of life feature. That's one of the main things I'm really liking so far about this game, is they really took a lot of the stuff that sucks in other mobile games and other gacha games and kind of made it a little bit easier to deal with in this game. So you'll see here, I've been playing a little over a week. I've already got 2 level 60 6-star characters, which is pretty cool. I've got 3 legendaries so far. I actually got Valeria here as my rookie summon legendary. The cool thing is, once you finish the 2nd chapter of the campaign, you do get to do a rookie summon event, which is pretty cool. It lets you pull, I believe it's 25 heroes in total. It's like 5 pulls, and every 5 pull you pretty much there's a chance to get a legendary in one of those. I think I had 3 or 4 total legendaries out of all my pulls, and then you get to choose the one that you want to keep. So it's kind of handy to have a tier list available. Interestingly enough, when I did do mine, I had Valeria. I also had Nathalia, who's one of the best characters in the game, so it was really, really difficult to choose between those two. I went ahead and took the legendary, just assuming it would be harder to pull her down the road. It'd be easier to get to epic, and I eventually did pull Nathalia later on, which is pretty nice. I got Brand here, who's a really, really good champion. Got him out of just a regular summon shard, and same thing here with Mulhex. Not really super sure about him yet, but he looks kind of cool. He's got some ice attacks, but looks pretty neat there. So that's just kind of the general thing. Now, when you have a lot of stuff you can do for your heroes as well. I'm surprised they haven't been sued by DC Comics yet for this, because this chick's named Raven, and she's basically just Raven from Teen Titans. She's pretty much got the same identical design, but all these games tend to borrow and copy designs from everywhere else. You'll definitely see some influences here from, Fantasy Realm, World of Warcraft, other areas. Like I said, she looks very similar to Raven from Teen Titans. We come over here to the details. You got a lot of stuff on the right side here, and this also kind of gives you a rating on what each character has for their stats. So she's got an A in attack, which means you really want to go for boosting up her attack so she can do some more damage. And then you can check out their abilities here, and it'll tell you exactly what everything does. It clearly explains everything, although sometimes the translations are a little bit off. So this is kind of nice because you do have a pretty clear display of what your attacks and your abilities are going to do. She's got a little bit of poison damage, and I am working on a poison team, which is why I've mainly been working on building her, even though she is a, they call him an elite champion, but she's still like a blue border. Not quite an epic, but she's still pretty solid. You've got your gear tab here, and then this will basically take you into each piece of gear, which you can then enhance, or you can change all your gear that you have available. Is over here on the right side, and the cool thing about this is if you do want to change your gear, there is actually no cost to do it. Now, some people don't like that for later in the game. They think it's too easy to be able to switch your in-game gear around between different champions, but I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, because you're going to have to build several strong heroes in this game to be able to do all the content, so you're not going to really have much time to be switching everything around. But if you do want to switch stuff around, you don't have to pay any gold, you don't have to pay any type of currency, so that's pretty awesome. The other cool thing too is if we go in here, if we go to enhance the gear, now you'll get these items here, which are basically these little enhancement cores. You can see here the numbers going up on the right side. I don't want to actually use these right now, I just wanted to show you what's going on. But you'll notice here we have all these other gear pieces. None of this stuff we're going to use. So let's say with these 1-star pieces that we got, these 2-star pieces that we got, you can see over here it's adding a number every single time. So what you can do is you can come in here and basically feed in your gear that's trash that you're not going to use, and then just click the enhance. Now there is a cost to enhance, but you'll notice there that we got a little bit of XP building up toward that next level. So you can feed all your trash gear into your good gear in order to level it up. So that's kind of a really nice quality of life thing there. It's what I was talking about, how they've done a lot of cool things there to make it a little bit easier and a little bit more efficient to level up your things. Every hero does have a glyph set as well, where you can go into the campaign here. We've been working on Raven's glyphs. We've already got her up to level 4. We'll go ahead and activate some of these. You got to farm these glyph scrolls here. These do get a little bit more difficult to farm as you get higher up in your glyph level. But the cool thing is you come in here, if you click on this, it will actually take you to the stage if you have it unlocked, and you can go ahead and do your multi-battles. and get some of those glyphs to drop. So I don't want to say the game holds your hand, but it does do a lot of nice things to kind of help you get around to where you need to go and point you in the right direction. So we'll go ahead and put these glyphs on. You'll notice we get a little bit of stat bonus every single time that we do that. So that's almost like an empowerment system, so to speak. You're kind of feeding these glyphs. You're building her up. Glyph level 1, 2, 3, 4. You get better stats each time you go up. Abilities, I've actually got hers maxed out, so I can't really show you that. I'll try to find another hero we have to do that here. I've also got Ascension, and this is basically where you just get your stars, your red stars. So if we go here, you either need to get an Ascension scroll, which ironically don't actually exist in the game. They're actually called a different item, which is kind of the funny thing about this game. They do have a lot of translation and things that they need to clear up. But we do have a duplicate copy of her, so we can just go ahead and add that in. And we'll go ahead and ascend and get her final star there. So she does get a little bit of an extra bonus there for that, which is pretty cool. So now she ignores 50% of enemy defense when she is in her stealth mode, which is pretty awesome. And we may even 6-star her at some point, depending on how she fits into my poison team. Now let me try to find someone that I haven't. If there's anybody here that I can actually do. Okay, her abilities are maxed out. Let's see if oh, this is cool. I already got my Krisk in this game. I didn't have to spend 10,000 in void shards. We already got our Krisk. You can see him there, but his abilities are all maxed out already. And let's see his glyphs. So he's at a level 2. You can kind of see here again with the glyphs, and these require the green glyph scrolls, which you can get from stages that are a little bit easier. So it's kind of nice, and I think we're actually going to be able to activate all of his. We'll go ahead and upgrade. Once you get all the glyphs filled out, in each little glyph area you're going to be able to get from a different stage, you'll be able to upgrade, and we will boost his stats a little bit. You can see there. So now he's glyph level 3. We'll have to work on that a little bit. I'm trying to find somebody we can do abilities. Looks like we've maxed. It's really easy to max out abilities. You can see here. It's kind of like. Okay, so let's see. Can we synthesize? I don't know if I have anything. This is kind of cool too. On some of your heroes, you will need specific items, and it's possible to actually build them from other items so that you don't have to go farm the dungeon. I really don't want to do that right now, though. Anybody here we can upgrade an ability? No, we need all that. Somebody here, please. Anybody. But abilities are basically, it's like what you would put books into in Raid. So it's really not too difficult to get those going up here. Let's see. Oh, this guy too. We don't have anything to do the epic heroes with right now. Maybe one of these guys. Okay, so here we go. So here's Connor, who's a pretty decent elite hero. We haven't really worked on him too much yet, but you can see here we have all of his abilities here at level 1. We got these elemental materials, which for fire heroes you get from the Flame Lizard dungeon. That's kind of the cool thing, unlike in Raid where you have to get lucky and get books from events or tournaments or clan boss or just, you know, doing challenges and things. In this game, you have specific dungeons that you can go in and actually farm what you need to be able to get the items. So you can go to the Flame Lizard dungeon here, and you can get these fire gems. And when you have enough of them, you can just come in here. It's random, just like Raid, but you're going to go ahead and just do this, and it will upgrade each ability. So you can just go farm that dungeon until you have a bunch of the ability stones, and then just come in here and basically do that. So you've got all kinds of different ways you can enhance your hero's abilities, and all of them are, you know, I don't want to say easy to get, but fairly simple and straightforward to power up your hero. You don't really have to do too much with that. So that's kind of the basic look at the heroes, all the different things you can do there, the glyphs, the gear, all that stuff there. So it's kind of just a brief overview. You'll get more into that once you start playing the game. But like I said, I'm only a little over a week in. The game is very generous, as you can see, what it's provided to us in terms of characters, and like I said, even being able to go in and farm all the abilities and the items that we need. Let's see. We'll do that later. But you can see here, over in Dungeons, there's all kinds of stuff over here. And it's kind of what I was talking about. You got your Void Tower, which is almost like a Doom Tower from Raid. Just basically every game's got this tower where you go up through it. We go around floor 40 right now. As you go up, there's going to be rewards on each every 10 floors that you can claim. So you're able to build that up. This is the normal tower. There are different harder difficulties that you can do as you go up, and it's actually, you know, pretty tough. It does require a little bit of thought. You do have to kind of watch your affinity as you're going up through there. So we've only pushed up to floor 40 so far. No Man's Land is the dungeons. This is where you can come in and farm those ability materials we just talked about. So you've got the Bane Wraith to get your wood, Flame Lizard for fire, Wrathful Flood is going to give you water. You've got Lord of Holy Light and Shadow Captain for your light and your dark. And you kind of will have a little chart down here to tell you exactly what materials it drops. So like for your legendary heroes, you need these orange ones. For the epics, you need the purple. And it'll tell you what's possible. I don't know the exact drop rates, but it is kind of rare to get the orange ones until you get higher up into the dungeons. And I believe these go to stage 12, I want to say right now. They haven't quite got the game fully up yet to where it's like 20 levels like in Raid. You just have, I believe, 12 altogether here. So this is where you farm those ability materials. Kind of an easy way to just go in there and get your heroes built up. You've got the Arcane Dominator. This is basically dungeons where you can come in and farm gear. Got all kinds of different bosses here. Queen of Tides seems to be the one that everyone is doing right now because it does drop some pretty nice gear. And let's see. This will tell you, actually, it's kind of neat too. They got this feature implemented immediately when the game came out where you can see the teams that everyone is using to get through this. So that's kind of again, they have stuff that at release with this game that came out that other games like Raid took 2 or 3 years to finally implement. So it's kind of nice that that's there, but this is where you can farm. It tells you the different gear sets down here that you're able to get. Void Tower we looked at already. You can see here again there's 2 more that you can unlock once you complete each level. Then you do have bounty hunts where you can come through here, and basically as you get through each stage you do get some different rewards here, and then you can go through and blitz them, immediately clear them if you want to get some gold. You got dispatch here where you basically send out your heroes to accomplish missions. We did actually manage to do this one, which is pretty cool. That is an epic. We just started unlocking those. As you go through here and do these, you will get rewards for each one. You XP jelly, and you also get the dispatch gold, which you use to improve your actual dispatch abilities, which we'll look at here in just a second. But this is just something that does in the background for you. And again, it's another way you just kind of accumulate rewards just by the game kind of doing it itself while you're doing other stuff, which is kind of cool. So it looks like we got everything there. Now we actually did get the ability to upgrade a couple of these, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and go in. So this cuts the time down of all these for when your people are going to return. But you basically just come in here, and what I do, I just take quick select. It'll tell you what your success rate is likely to be. And then you just deploy, and it'll take however much time it takes. It'll tell you right here, 16 hours. The more difficult ones usually take a little bit longer. So we'll just deploy these all out. See, they're only 96%, but we'll still probably complete that there. And this is why it's good to have a lot of heroes on your roster as well, so you do have a good chance at getting these finished. But you want to be using your better heroes on the blue and the purple ones because they're going to give you the better rewards there. You do have the quest as well that you can get some more diamonds, which are basically like the freemium currency, so to speak. You can use diamonds to buy quite a bit. So that's kind of the area with the dungeons, a lot to do in there. We've got Arena. Adventure is going to take you into the main campaign. I'm working on the hard campaign currently. We were doing a little bit of farming. This is what I was telling you earlier. You can come in here and farm these glyphs. And the campaign is basically just, it's like the map you would click on, just whatever stage you want to go into. And you basically play through each stage. Kind of the nice thing about this game, I have to admit, the story, a lot of people say it's kind of cliche for type of fantasy game, but I honestly actually kind of enjoyed the story. There's actually a couple of times in the story where things happen to characters that you kind of feel bad for them, and it's very well done. It's a kind of a neat campaign experience. You do have cutscenes within the campaign. You have dialogue options within the campaign. So there's a lot of cool stuff. And then let me jump back down into the common campaign here. Like you'll notice there's these other ones here, like 1S1. Every single stage is going to have like a special mission. And these are kind of cool. They kind of go into the lore of the characters in these. So for example, Mila here. There's actually one that you do for her where it shows you how she gets her 2 frost axes. And it's kind of cool. It kind of makes you have a little bit more immersion with the game and with the characters. So they did a really good job on the campaign, I have to say. It was actually quite enjoyable to kind of go through and play through the first time, and then going through now and working on those special missions on the side. It's kind of cool. So campaign is nice. That's where you go and do adventure. That's where you'll do a lot of your farming as you try to. It's kind of similar to Raid and the other games. You want to get progressed through the campaign as much as you can. So pretty cool there. Arena is pretty basic. I don't know if we have anybody we can even want to try to fight for this. We would probably lose most of these, but we're in Silver 3 right now. You start off in Bronze 5, and you work your way up. So you could eventually, I think, get the Platinum. But let's see, the cool thing here is you got this Glory Pass. So as you go through and you win matches, you get points. And as you win points, you basically can get these rewards. So it's like everything else in the game. It kind of rewards you just for playing. You know, it's not like something where you have to you sell 99% of the crap that you get, or you just get garbage all the time. You actually get stuff that you can use here, especially early in the game. Look at all these pumpkins you're going to wind up getting, even 4-star pumpkins. You know, it's going to be very helpful for you to be able to develop your characters early on. Let me just refresh here real quick. See if we can get a team that we might be able to beat here, because my guys are not super built up well for Arena just yet. Let's see here. I'll just kind of show you guys what a match looks like. Let's just go in here and probably lose to whoever. Yeah, all these teams are pretty strong, so I don't think we have much of a chance here, but we'll give it a shot. Just so you guys can get an idea of how the arena works. Now you can auto it just like everything else, or you can manual it. It just kind of depends. So you can see here we do have our ultimate ability, which is all the way on the right here. So if we want to use that, this is where the cutscenes kind of come in on the ultimate abilities. They kind of show you what the champion can do. So she does have a nice poison on hers. And here you can kind of see them doing theirs too. So some pretty cool abilities that you have in the game. I don't think we're definitely gonna get crushed here. All right, so we got Brand here, and he is pretty strong. He's got the defense up and the attack up, so we can use that. Again, you've got the animation there. We're gonna put out defense down on us. Now, the cutscenes are pretty cool the first time that you go through the game and play, but like I said, they can get very annoying later on in the game. Here's what I was talking about earlier with Avera, where she goes by with the pirate ship and shoots all the cannons. So yeah, we're definitely going to lose this one. Alright, just hurry up and end it. But there you go. So that's kind of an idea how the arena works. And you can just go in and auto if you want to, but that's basically what it looks like. You are going to lose some points when you lose, obviously, but you still get at least a reward token and some bread that you can use in the campaign or the dungeons if you're farming. That gives you, that's basically like your energy. So there's just a look real quick at the arena. So we'll jump back out of here. And there's all kinds of stuff here. We got quests that we got unlocked here. We got some more rewards. And some more stuff here. But you can see here the game just basically throws stuff at you non-stop that you're able to collect. Now Evelyn here, you can actually click on her and she's got another set of quests and challenges that you can do. So we're in here in the hero development. There's all this stuff you can do here. Just obtaining gems, improving heroes, like just all this random stuff that just gives you more rewards here. You can see here we got a critical strike set to +12, so we're going to get some legendary enhancement things there, which is pretty nice. Upgrade any 6-star here to level 60. So here we're going to get a 5-star pumpkin, which is basically the equivalent of a 5-star chicken if you're a raid player. So that's going to be really cool for helping us get another 6-star champion. And then you can see here now we got a complete 3-8 on Mythic 10 times. We haven't made it to the Mythic campaign yet, so we're going to have to work on that. But you can see here it does kind of just guide you through the game. It's kind of like the Arbiter missions almost, but it's kind of just another layer of stuff you can do there. We got Master the Elements. This is kind of your, when you're going and farming your ability points, you've got stuff to get through here, like if you inflict Unhealable against the Wrathful Flood. It's just like the challenges in Raid pretty much. It's got a nice little mix here of things you can do to get some extra rewards. That's on top of your quest, so you've got that, plus you've got the magic pass. You've got all kinds of areas where you can unlock stuff and actually get things there. Let's go into the shop real quick. This is actually the main shop that's open from day one. You can pretty much access everything. You can see here we can actually buy 3-star pumpkins. Those are pretty common. You can get these gear enhancement pieces. You can get glyphs even up to level 3, so we usually try to buy those if we see them. Even level 4 glyphs, we can get those as well. So you can see here there's a lot of useful stuff in the shop. Water crystals, the purple ones, we can use those to upgrade the epic hero abilities, so we definitely want to grab those. And look at this 4-star pumpkin, 4-star chicken. Can you imagine a 4-star chicken in the shop in Raid Shadow Legends? Can you imagine? Most of this gear we usually wind up skipping, but there will be 5-star pieces you'll see that are pretty decent there. And so, yeah, the shop is great. Even early in the game, you can buy a lot of stuff that's really good. Go into the diamond shop, you can buy XP boosts. You can get advanced summoning crystals, which can basically summon the blues, the purples, and the legendary heroes. So those are usually a pretty good use of your gems in this game. Guild vaults, you'll get guild points just for doing guild activities. You can see here there's some pretty cool stuff in here. You get character shards, 6-star gear. You can get 5-star pumpkins, 4-star pumpkins. So once you get going in the game, you can see here that it's actually pretty easy to get the items you need to build up your characters. It's actually very friendly to me, the way it looks. So you go here in the arena shop, and we got those arena tokens we were getting. Even though we did lose the match, we still got some tokens. You can exchange those here again. There's 6-star gear, there's character shards. We go down here, you got summoning crystals, gear charms, all this stuff here. Now, I mentioned earlier it's funny because when you try to ascend people, it said you need the ascension scroll. They're actually not scrolls, they're actually these arcana, which you would use to ascend a legendary hero if you don't have a copy of them. These are 2,000 arena tokens. In the actual cash shop, these are about $50, so it's actually kind of nice that you're able to get them here if you're someone that wants to farm the arena. You've got a way to ascend your legendary heroes. There's a trial shop here as well, where you can get the ascension material for the epic heroes. And again, just more useful stuff here. Pumpkins. You see there we could actually buy a 4-star if we wanted to. You got the event shop, which is where you change your event tokens in. So again, you can get character shards, 5-star pumpkins. So all kinds of different ways to obtain the materials you need to actually upgrade your characters, which is pretty cool. The essence shop is actually, you can dismiss heroes just like you can in Rage of Destiny, and you get these hero essence tokens, and you can come in here and use them to buy things as well. The ancient summoning crystals are pretty cool because they do guarantee you at least an epic hero. You can also get these that guarantee a legendary, but I want to say that they only sell those in the shop. I haven't seen those available anywhere. So that's actually just the currency shop. That's got all kinds of stuff in there you can use. Obviously, you got the cash shop over here too, if you want to go in here. I haven't really honestly felt the need to spend money on this game so far. It feels like it's very generous in what it gives you. I did pick up the silver card. There's a free trial on it for a couple days, and then I think it's like $7.99 after that. And it gives you 100 diamonds every day, plus 20 hero XP from battle. You could also go for the gold card, which gives you 300 diamonds every day, which is pretty crazy. If you're getting that amount of diamonds, you can see that's a $4.99 value here in their shop that you're getting almost every day for that. At least the way they have that valued out there. So that's kind of cool. But I haven't really felt the need to spend money on the game so far, and I feel like I've been getting quite a bit. So you got your guild here, and I am in Claw also here on this game. And the cool thing is every week you do get to come in here, and there's just a random loot thing that you can pick on here. So like you can see here, we got a 3-star pumpkin this week. You can see there's foodies, there's 4-star pumpkins, there's the gear charms. You just basically click a random spot and you get whatever it gives you. You can see you got some crystals, you've got more pumpkins. So that's kind of cool. You got all kinds of different loot you can get there, and that resets once a week. So it's kind of just like your freebie. Every day you sign in, which is pretty nice. You got your members tab here. It's a real easy way to go in here and add all your friends. Battle, I don't think I can. I've already used my 2 on this guy. This is like the clan boss, basically. You can see here, or somewhere down here, we are in 16th. It'll tell you how much damage you did, and then you can actually go in and see the teams that like we used. You can see the teams that everybody else is using too, which is kind of nice. Cool feature there. And the cool thing about this is you do get 2 runs every single day, and you do get all of your rewards immediately after you finish the run. So it's very nice You can just get your loot right away. You don't have to wait for it. The drops are pretty nice even early on. So that's your guild area there. Up here you got your friends tab. There's a lot of social stuff here. You can search for friends if you know their name. You got a block list if somebody's being annoying to you. People have applied here. You'll see that there. I'm not quite sure what these... I haven't seen where you can actually use these yet, but anytime somebody uses your support hero, you get these shamrocks. And I guess I'll have to figure out where I can use those, because I have not found that out yet. But you can see there another, it's got the social feature there. Like I mentioned earlier, when your friends are using your heroes, you're able to actually go in there and do that. You got your backpack here, which is going to store all your items. So we got a mysterious chest here from our dispatch. Let's open that up and see what it is. Just a gear charm. Okay, we can definitely use that. We got some hero matrices. You can use those in your guild to exchange with other people. But this is just going to show you all the items you've got here, all the materials we have currently. All the gear you have is in here. And then all the tokens and other things that you have. Now, one of the cool things is you got this star button up here. You can actually go ahead and click on that, and it just brings up all of the areas that you can go to immediately. Anywhere with a little exclamation point is going to be somewhere that you can do something. You've also got your settings and your daily check-in if you want to check your login calendar. You can see here we are on day 11, and you do get different login rewards each day. Diamonds, pumpkins, everything. Get a couple of summoning shards. So that's that there. And there's also a lot of cool ways to get characters even without summoning. So here we have the Covenants, which you can actually get a couple of really cool characters here. We're actually working on Zatlux right now, who is one of the better epics in the game. Very cool DPS character here. You can see it'll tell you your progress. You basically just have to go into each of these areas and just do whatever it tells you. We actually already did get Asrina here. You can see here, wasn't too hard to get her. She's an epic. Pretty neat little fire champion there. You can get Connor here as well, who's he's a blue champion, but he's actually pretty solid in the arena. Has a couple really nice abilities, and pretty easy to get him. Just clear stage 3-4, and then clear any stage in No Man's Land 3 times, and you will be able to get him. So a couple of characters you can get here. It's a little bit tougher to get Ciara because she is a legendary, and you can see here we've got a lot of things that are a little bit more difficult for us to work on in order to get her, but she'll definitely be worth going after. Now at the altar, this is where you actually would go through, when we were here earlier looking at Foodie, where you promote your characters. But I mentioned the banishment. You can come in here, and we don't really have anybody we want to banish, but this is where you pull your 1 and 2 stars. If you want to just get rid of them and banish them to get those tokens, this is where you would do that. Now hero synthesis is basically like fusions. Any of the champions I keep calling them champions. I do this all the time. I get them mixed up. Champions, heroes, whatever you want to call them. You can actually come in here and fuse them here, which is kind of nice. And it'll tell you down here exactly who you need and where they need to be. 3-star ascension in order to come in here and actually get this. You can see here we have Evelyn already done. If you wanted to use her, we could stick her in there. And this guy Hackern is actually worth getting if you can. So you can see we have 3 of the characters. We need to pick up this guy, and then we could actually go ahead and fuse and get him, which Evelyn is the character you get right at the beginning of the game, so it might be worth throwing her in there just to get him finished. But you can see there are a couple of legendary characters as well, and for some of them you actually can fuse the character to make them. And we already have her, but I don't want to get rid of her right now. So lots of different ways to get heroes in the game. It's very character friendly in terms of what it gives you. So it's pretty cool. And of course you do have the summoning area, which I'm going to be honest, the summoning is not quite as big of a dopamine rush as you get in Raid Shadow Legends. You guys know me, I'm not a huge fan of the summoning stuff, but I'll just throw a 10 pull out here just to kind of show you guys how it works. It's basically the same as Raid. You put the shards in, you hope for it to turn gold, because that means that you've got an epic or possibly a legendary. We got all blues here, which isn't bad. We did get Evelyn there, like we were just talking about her for that fusion. We got 2 more copies of Raven, so we could save one of those to finish off her ascension once we get her to 6 stars. Marion's not bad. She's a pretty decent character. That kind of just shows you the summons work the same way as in Raid, pretty much. They're not quite as exciting. You don't get the whole animation of the crystal opening up and getting to see what it is. What you're hoping for again is just to see the gold. This guy is a dark hero. I don't have too many of those, so that's kind of neat. We can go through here and just do the couple. And the thing about the shards in this game is they're really easy to come by. That's probably why it's maybe not as exciting as Raid, because in Raid, God knows how long it takes you to get a Void Shard or a Sacred Shard. Whereas with here, it's like basically this one advanced summoning shard will bring you pretty much anything that you would be able to pull in the game. So you're basically just, you're not really super excited about pulling characters because you're able to get them pretty easily. And unfortunately, we have not hit anything gold. Just to kind of see the animation, just everything changes. It goes gold, and then it's usually the purple or a legendary, another Evelyn there. So just a bunch of blues there, but stuff we can at least use. You've got normal summons here, which we can do 10 of these. You get 3,000 character slots, so you've got enough room to pull whatever you want. Basically here, and these guys you're just going to use as food basically, or you're going to feed them into the banishment system. Now, you can get blues to drop in here every so often. It's kind of like the mystery shards in Raid. And then finally, we do have the limited summon here at the bottom. This has a different set of featured characters, basically, that you have a little bit, I think, a higher chance to get here in this one. It'll show you the current pool here of all the characters that you can get from doing these. We only have 47 of these tokens right now. I believe you get these from the Void Tower. I'm pretty sure that's how we got most of those there. But if you get 500, you can do a 10 pull. If you get 50, you could just pull one. So if you're looking for a specific hero that is here on this list, you can come and do those limited summons if you have the currency to do with them. So that's pretty much it. This went a lot longer than I thought it would, but I wanted to just kind of give you guys a brief overview of the game, the interface, how everything sort of works here. And you'll notice we didn't get any more pop-ups for those ads like we got in the beginning, so that's kind of fun there. It's nice not having to see that every 5 minutes whenever we do come in. We didn't go over the index, so I guess I can pop in here. We've got soul plunders, so anytime you do get a new character, there's a couple of different things in the index. You come in here, you're going to go to their bio. It's going to give you some diamonds basically just for pulling that character. And there is bonding as well, so when you collect all the different characters that are in a bond, you basically get some more diamonds. So another way to get some currency there, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of what that is there. We think we went over the magic pass. Bonuses is basically going to show you, we have the silver card, which gives us plenty, plus 20% XP. If you activate an XP boost from here, like if we clicked on use, we have a 6-hour XP boost, it'll show up in that list as well. Also, another thing you notice here, 3,000 is your basic capacity for everything that you get right off the start. You don't have to spend extra to get extra capacity there. Same thing with heroes. We have 76 right now, and you can change how it displays everybody. But you get 3,000 hero slots right off the bat, so that's kind of fun. You don't have to worry about running out of room at all if you're pulling a lot of shards to try to go after some of those characters. And you see here again, just the weekly quests. We got some stuff finished, so we're always going to have. You just, like I said, you get rewards for everything in the game. It's very, very generous, especially at the start with what it gives you. And like I said, you can just look at my heroes. Like I said, I've been in the game about a little over a week, and we've got 3 legendaries. We've got 2 6-stars. We've got a bunch of 50s already. And that seems to be kind of the cool thing in this game too. Is just even at level 40 and 50, the characters are pretty viable. So it's not something you have to be at a huge rush to get to 60, although you do want to make sure you are building up toward those 6-stars. And I would strongly suggest looking at someone's tier list just to kind of get an idea of who you do want to take 6 stars, so you're using those resources pretty efficiently. So that's kind of just an overview of the game, the interfaces overall, how the systems and things sort of look and work. As I said, if you're coming over from Raid Shadow Legends, it's going to be different to get used to because it is very generous and you do get a lot of stuff. I'm someone who would enjoy spending money on this game, so I think the developer did a really good job, but I haven't really found a need to so far. Like I said, other than getting the Battle Pass and buying like one of the smaller packs initially just to get, what's her name here? Antinia, who's one of the hardest hitting single target DPS characters in the game. She's awesome in the clan boss and quite a few other areas. So to me, it was worth it. $5, buy a small pack out of the shop and get a decent epic hero to start off the game, so that's kind of why I did that. But that should be an option you have if you're just starting out for the first time. So, but anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. And like I said, I don't know how much content I'm going to do for this game. I'm kind of worried that it's going to be like Rage of Destiny, where it's something that I just play for a couple of months and then I just get bored of it. I'm definitely not going as hardcore into this game as I am as Raid. I'm taking a big break from mobile games after getting burned out on Raid and just kind of falling out of love with the game. Most of my game time now I'm putting back into Final Fantasy XIV, playing an actual game where I have to interact with the game and actually play it, so I'm not doing auto stuff 99% of the time. So it's been really fun to get back into that mode, and I definitely want to try out Lost Ark, a couple of other games. So I don't know how hard we're going to push this game, but that's actually also one of the reasons I really do like it. I feel like I can just jump on this game for an hour each day, get all my stuff done. I get quite a bit back in return. I mean, you saw here, even just going through this video, we're not even really playing the game, and we're getting rewards for doing things and building up some materials and things there. So it's definitely very generous in what it gives you. Like I said, I really love the fact that the shop is viable, that you get all kinds of cool stuff in the shop. It's pretty easy to earn all the in-game currencies, and you've got the ability to buy the 4-star pumpkins, the 5-star pumpkins. So it's a lot easier to build up your heroes than it is in a game like Raid. So far, really enjoying it. Hopefully that continues. I know a lot of the other Raid creators have checked out Ace and really like it as well. I really hope that the game does have some staying power, and we'll see how it goes as we get later into the game. Right now, like I said, really enjoying it. Nice sense of progression to it, nice sense of generosity and rewards coming in, kind of a constant flow that allows us to develop our roster and our gear. So hopefully that continues. And what I might do is just do some small updates every once in a while. Maybe instead of like we did free-to-play Friday for Raid, maybe I'll jump on and just play my session one night and kind of do a video on that. But we'll see. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do on the channel. It's probably just going to be random content for a while, but I at least wanted to jump into Ace, check it out, let you guys know what I think about it so far, as someone that did play Raid for 18 months and actually did like Raid up until toward the end, obviously. If you guys saw my video I did on leaving Raid Shadow Legends. And also thank you to everybody who did comment on that video and watched it. That video's doing pretty well for me. It's blowing up and got a lot of good comments there, a lot of good feedback. So that's been a good experience there. But anyways, like I said, guys, it's going to do it for this video. As always, if you have any questions about anything you saw in the video, feel free to leave it down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.